guys, it's Dr. George. It's a little dark in here because I really want to tuck myself in after a long day of star testing with math, and our Homer Drive scholars did amazing. So I have two books tonight. Neither one of them are AR books, so no stress. But we do have the reading star test tomorrow. So I thought, why not read two books? Kind of get them in that mindset of reading, that it's not so bad. Reading is actually fun, and you can find out a lot about yourself and others in a book. And so let me get on my regular page, my home page, so that I can see their comments because they don't come on my screen. So let's see. Here I go. So hello guys. I love when you put comments. So if you put comments there, I was waiting for you guys. Hi, Ava, Ari, and Pop Pop. How are you? Are you guys from Beaumont? I always wanted to ask that. Are you guys from Texas? But I wanted to put in, my first book in honor of Mother's Day being Sunday, which is not my favorite holiday. I always try to be transparent with the kids because my mom is deceased, and some of the scholars at school, their parents are deceased, or their mother is deceased, or father, or someone they love. And so I always try to relate with them. So Mother's Day is kind of, but I do love celebrating all the moms. And I thank you, moms, for sending your scholars to school, whether it's Homer Drive or any school in the U.S. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We need kids to make the world go round, and they're our future. So the first book is dedicated to all of the ladies, whether you're a Grammy or not. I've never read it, so I don't know what it's about, but it's called A Special Gift for Grammy by Jean Craighead George, illustrations by Steve Johnson and Lou Fancher. So those are the people the book is by and illustrated by. Illustrated means who drew the pictures in the book. So hello, Belinda. Pop is in New York and the girls are in Tampa. Wow, and you guys tune in every Tuesday. That makes my heart just beat, 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 beat. Love it. Hi, look at my Grimble family. Hi, Aaron, Darian, Miss Lachelle, Leroy, and Azaria. Hi, those are my scholars. So it makes me so happy, Grimble family. And Aaron with her fancy dance moves. I'm going to have to hang with you a little bit, Aaron, so you can teach me more of those dance moves. So this book is dedicated. Hi, Anthony Howard. How are you? Hi, Anthony. Oh my goodness, it's been a long time. So this book is dedicated to all of you. So Miss Grimble, one of my mothers from Homer Drive that I see, you tuned in for the right day. So let's see. Hunter picked up a stone. He put it on his Grammy's porch. He went back to the road for another stone and another and another. By supper time, he had a pile of stones, big and small. What are the stones for? His dad asked. For Grammy, Hunter said. What will she do with a pile of stones? What everyone does with a pile of stones. Oh, yes, said Dad. So, hi, let's see. Hi, Liz, how are you? Hi, Miss Jackson, Miss Eskew. Hi, Liz. And Miss Jackson said, happy evening. Hi, Marty, my first cousin. Hi, Miss Smith and Malachi. I'm doing fine. I love you too, Marty. Hi, Stephanie. And hello, Malachi. Hi, Miss Procroca. So let's see what Grammy's using all those stones for. As Grammy kissed Hunter goodbye, she saw the pile of stones. What do I do with a pile of stones? She asked Hunter. What everyone does with the pile of stones, he answered. Of course, said Grammy. So that's him leaving his Grammy's house. And he's left her some stones. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Liv. My little precious niece. Hi, Liv. Joy, my bestie. The stones sat quietly all night and all the next day and the next day and the next. On Monday, the mail carrier saw the stone pile. She picked up the largest stone and put it on the letters so the wind would not blow them away. Of course, said Grammy. So that's one way to use the rocks. Hello, Aunt Joanne. A neighbor came to Grammy's house to borrow some sugar. She saw the pile of stones and picked up two. She said, I will place them on the graves of my favorite dog and cat. Of course, said Grammy. So that's what Grammy has. Two stones. A brownie came to Grammy's house to deliver cookies. She took three stones from the stone pile. She stacked them on the sidewalk so that her friends would know to turn right. Of course, said the brownies, and turned right. So there's the stone she used to mark the spot in the road. The carpenter tied a stone to a plumb line. He measured the tilt of Granny's screen door and fixed it. Of course, said Granny. Grammy's sister took a basket of stones to mark off her rose bed. The gardener hammered a stake with a stone. A bar put a stone in front of each wheel of his wagon to keep it from rolling downhill. So look at all the people using the stones. Miss Debbie, I don't know how to make that emoji, but I wanted to give you back that love that you sent to me. When Hunter came back to visit Grammy, only 6 small stones were left. Hunter said, see, everyone knew what to do with the stone pile. He scratched his head. Then he rubbed his chin. What do I do with a pile of 6 little stones? 6 little stones. Let's see what he does. Oh, thank you, Aunt Joanne. She said, I really enjoy watching your program. Hunter stared at the stones for a long time. Finally, he picked one up. He turned it over. Grammy, he called, come see what I see. Grammy came out on the porch. Now, there goes my Louisiana country twang, just slipped right on out of there. Grammy came out on the porch. What do you see? She asked. So she wanted to know. This stone is my baby's shoe, he said, handing it to her. She held it carefully. Hunter picked up another stone. This one is my rubber duck. He gave it to Granny. And this one is my comfy pillow. Grammy held out her hand. He picked up a 4th stone and turned it over and upside down and over again. It's my rocking horse, and gave it to Grammy. So if you see the little stones here, whoop, if my focus would come in right there. You see the shoe, the duck, the pillow, the rocking chair. Hunter picked up the 5th stone. It was flat. I don't know what this is, he said. He put it in his pocket and picked up the 6th stone. It was round and bumpy with 2 dents like eyes. He stared and stared. This one is me, Hunter said in surprise. Grammy looked at the stones too. Of course, said Grammy. So there he is with Grammy. And look, there's the one that he said looked like him. Hunter frowned. What do we do with 5 Hunter stones? He asked. I know, Grammy said. She took Hunter's hand. They walked to the stone cutter's workshop. Please drill a little hole in this baby shoe stone, Grammy said, and in this rubber duck stone, the comfy pillow stone, the rocking horse stone, and last, a hole in the Hunter stone. Grammy and Hunter waited. Hunter took the stone he had saved out of his pocket. He turned it over and over. Why don't you show that stone to the stone cutter? Grammy said. Maybe he'll see what it is. I know what it is, said Hunter. He put it back in his pocket. When the stone cutter had drilled a hole in each stone, Grammy threaded a leather cord through them. It's a grandmother necklace, exclaimed Hunter. Of course, said Grammy. She put it on. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Julie. Hunter and Grammy walked home. When they came to the lake, Hunter stopped. He took the stone out of his pocket. He leaned to the right and threw it. The stone skipped lightly over the water, made 4 bright growing circles, and sank. So I grew up near a bayou, And we would go with an adult near it, but not too close, and make the stone skip. It's a skipping stone, said Hunter. Of course, Grammy said and smiled. We all know what to do with a pile of stones. So that's our first book. I'll come back with a takeaway from that book. Our second book is Caterpillar Dreams by Cleve McFarlane. So remember, none of these books tonight are AR books, but this one was written by Cleve McFarlane, permission granted by HarperCollins Publishers. And remember, hi, Michelle. I don't read them until the night of. So let's see. Caterpillar Dreams, written and illustrated by Cleve McFarlane, permission granted by HarperCollins Publishers, because you can't read people's books without their permission. So here we go. Henry has a dream. He wants to fly. This little caterpillar. Henry. Hi, Miss Roberts, how are you? His whole life, he wanted to see the world outside his garden. So there he is, and there's my favorite little insect right there. Well, I won't tell you. The Homer Drive Scholars, a family, if you're on here, could you tell everyone what my favorite insect is? Hey, Henry. Hi, Dr. George. Yes, and hi, Tony. Hi, Michelle Newman Melanson. Good evening to you as well. But Henry is just a little caterpillar. And how is a little caterpillar ever going to see all that the world has to offer? So there he is, minding his own business. There he is, minding his own business. Look, you knew. She said, great. Always enjoy you reading, Ladybug. You're right. My favorite insect is a ladybug. His friends don't want Henry to leave the garden. It's safe here, says Snail. It's where your friends are. Worm tells him, seriously, Henry, an adventure? Sounds exhausting, Slug says with a sigh. Only Toad understands. Here's the thing with dreams, Henry. If you don't chase them, they always get away. Good advice. Henry is determined not to let his dreams get away. Hi, Bird. I want to go on an amazing, incredible, impossible seeming adventure. Will you take me? I'm waiting for my eggs to hatch, but I can get you over the wall, says Bird. Perfect, says Henry. And there's the bird. And there's Henry on his back. That's a nice bird. Could have went bad for you, Henry. But on the other side of the wall is a busy road. Hi, Mole. I'm going on an amazing, incredible, impossible seeming adventure. Can you help me? Asks Henry. I can't go on an adventure today. I need to finish my tunnel under the road, Mole mumbles. That's okay. I'll help, said Henry. So there's the mole he meets on the side of the road. And they're making a tunnel. But on the other side of the road is a big, big lake. Hello, fish. I'm going on an amazing, incredible, impossible seeming adventure. Want to come along? Oh, I could never leave my lake, but I'm happy to help you cross across. Awesome, says Henry. Henry flew over a wall, burrowed under a road and crossed the lake, but still his adventure had barely even begun. Then far ahead, Henry sees something he's never seen before, a giant balloon. So there's Henry there. And it took me a while to see the hot air balloon just now, but it's behind that tree. Hi, Miss Worsham. How are you? Miss Juliana. This is where my amazing, incredible, impossible seeming adventure will begin. Henry just knows it. So there he is. Look at him. And look how he's looking at that big balloon. If he can get to the top of the balloon, Henry will be able to see the whole wide world. Henry, you can just get in the basket. It'll be just as good. Tony said, wow, that sounds a little like school, a place that's safe for a little while, but then we need to leave after a while to follow our dreams. You're right. You're exactly right. But before Henry reaches the top, something happens to him. A cocoon starts to form around him. He tries to wiggle and squiggle his way free, but he can't move. Henry is stuck. His dream is going to get away. It is dark in this cocoon and warm. Henry can't help but fall asleep. But while he sleeps, something happens that is more amazing than any dream. I think the word is metamorphosis. I remember learning in elementary what's happening to him. Henry wakes and pokes his head out of the cocoon. He is riding the balloon high in the sky. Henry knows he should be scared, but he isn't. Henry has become a butterfly. He has wings. He can fly. He can go anywhere. So there's Henry. There's Henry. So where does Henry go? So here's a page. There's a couple of birds, and look at him flying all around. It shows his path. Home, the most amazing, incredible, and possibly possible place of all. Never stop chasing your dreams. Oh my goodness. So that was perfect. Turn on the light. That was perfect. So my 2 books for tonight. You're never late, Mike. You can always catch up. Glad to see you here, Mike. So right here, my first book that I read, A Special Gift for Grammy. My biggest takeaway from this book, and let me go ahead and put the information so it scrolls at the bottom, is not an AR book. But my biggest takeaway is sometimes what others think is trash means a lot to someone else. Sometimes we think it's trash, but it means a lot. I bet the kids don't realize I still have this, and I will always have this because to me it's very special. Some people may have said, oh, I don't have room for it, but no, some things mean a lot to others, so they keep it. And I love that about the Stones. Hi, Tracy. Miss Angelique said, love them. A special gift for Granny. Yes, I love that. It's so very, very true. Let's see what this comment says. Someone's trash is someone else's treasure. That's so true. So that's my thing here. Now, the second book, let me just tell you, adults, kids, Caterpillar Dreams. So many times we think we're supposed to be somewhere and we're not. Sometimes we have a plan for our lives, and sometimes we want to go some other way, and we keep getting these roadblocks, just like he got with the cocoon. But he ended up in the same place. If I wasn't on Tucked In Tuesdays, I would really tell y'all the truth of the story and how I feel. My heart's so happy about this because I was just telling this to somebody the other day, and I found my revelation in this one little book, Caterpillar Dreams. So in this book, sometimes we have, let's say you're trying to get from point A to point B, boys and girls, okay? Point A to point B. So we think we need to go here and here and there and there and there and there, when all we have to do is go here, right? Or should I say there? Either way, but sometimes we make it harder for ourselves when it's right there for us. And that's why it says, if you would have listened the first time, sometimes we have to learn. So yes, very powerful message in this book. Sometimes we think it's best for us, and sometimes we just get stopped and says, mm-mm. And he still ended up where he wanted to be, at home. It just was a lot easier and a lot safer, because if he had went as a caterpillar on this hot air balloon, yikes, yikes, yikes. But thank goodness for higher being, or whatever he believed in, a cocoon formed and protected him. And he still got where? Home, where everybody thought they would never see him again. So love that. Hi, Jesse. So I have to tell you guys this. So I have really good news for next week. It is a very good message. Fantastic message. Yes, Tony. So let me tell you, next week's book, I'm going to post it after this, but there was a scholar a couple of years back. His name was Dalen. So I worked with his mom worked at Lamar years ago. And now she has written a book. Dalen, there was an accident that occurred, and Dalen went to heaven. So next week will be this book. If I can get it to show, let me dim my light on my phone. Maybe that'll help. And his mom and I will be on Tucked In Tuesdays. So it's this book. Let me add a little bit more light. This book. Right here. A Story of Friendship. This is a little boy. Now, granted, I've never read his book. I know it's hard to see, but his mom, he's in heaven and his mom will be on. She said it's not really a sad book, but knowing me, I'll probably cry. I haven't read the book, but that'll be my Tucked In Tuesday, and his mom will be on with me. So please turn in. I'm going to tune in. I'm going to go ahead and put that information up right after this. And also, there was a grandma that I talked to today. She listens to me every single week, and I can't think of her name. But if you're on here, you know who you are. We had a phone conversation today. But boys and girls, remember, if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Yes, Tony, I'm looking forward to next week as well. Guys, I want you to have a great day tomorrow with testing. Parents, make sure they get to bed early. Make sure they're there, ready to do their best, because guess what? We're going to celebrate so hard. Start looking for all those flyers that'll be coming your way, because we have celebrations pretty much the rest of the year. So, guys, just as I said a few minutes ago, if nobody else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Be careful, Mike. Good night. And I say that I do this little, because my scholars at the end of any Zoom they're on, we do this little heart. So good night, guys. Love you.